Every year, Destination Gettysburg bestows a distinguished tourism honor, the Jim Getty Spirit of Gettysburg Award, to an individual in Adams County, in the Adams County tourism industry, who exemplifies leadership, dedication, and significant contributions to the industry. The award is in honor of well-known Abraham Lincoln presenter Jim Getty, who passed away in 2015. Before I announce this year's winner, I would like to take a moment to recognize past Jim Getty Award recipients. Jackie White, 2016. Terry Fox, 2017. Nancy Gumestead, 2018. Paul Witt, 2019. Rick Beamer, 2022. Randy File, 2023. I snuck in 2024. And Wendy Allen in 2025. And I'd also like to remember Andy Larson, the 2020 Jim Getty Award winner, who passed away in 2023. Tonight's honoree made significant contributions to the local tourism industry. The work he did over multiple decades helped lay the foundation for the success that the local tourism industry and Destination Gettysburg continue to have today. This is a person who does not seek attention, so we are proud to recognize him with this award. Let's roll the video.
The idea of the Jim Getty Award is to emphasize the history of Gettysburg and that it's a welcoming place for people to come to learn about, especially this year, to learn about their country, their history.
I was, one of the fortunate people who knew Jim Getty, and he did a lot of work at the Dobbin House with us and shared a lot of jokes. And, he did a lot of things pro bono for Gettysburg, to advertise Gettysburg, and because this was Jim's home, and he loved it.
The man was amazing. He knew so much about Lincoln. It was more than just giving the Gettysburg Address.
I think that in my mind, the two are synonymous, that Jim was a great ambassador for Gettysburg, and I think Philip's a great ambassador.
It's very gratifying to honor Philip Magaldi as the 2026 Jim Getty Spirit of Gettysburg Award winner. He really helped lay the foundation for the organization that Destination Gettysburg has become, and for how we promote tourism here. Through his energy and creativity, Philip accomplished a great deal with very limited resources. Everyone who works in tourism in Gettysburg today really benefits from the work that Philip did. So congratulations, Philip. We're proud to honor you with the award this year.
I never quite realized all the different marketing that people were doing, and realized, gosh, by the time people come to Gettysburg, we need to get down on our hands and knees and say, you chose the United States, you chose Pennsylvania, you chose Gettysburg, and you chose our particular business. And that was something that Philip helped me to understand through all of that.
Well, he came into the World Travel Council at a time when there was like no money, no budget. Philip is very economical with his personal finances, and he was the same way with the Travel Council finances also. He
could take, a couple $100,000 budget and do so many things with it. I think that whenever I, at the time, in the early years, witnessed some of the waste that went on in neighboring destination organizations. And I always said that Philip spent this organization's money like it was his own, and for that reason, we got a lot of bang for our buck. And for that, I wish people knew that.
He likes to travel a lot. He travels a lot of different places. And he meets all these people, from foreign countries. And then when he gets to meet them, he makes a little mental note about, and he calls these people up, hey, I'm going to be in the area, can I stop by and see you? And he did this networking all the time with all different type of people. So if anybody that met him, if they gave him his name, he might be seeing them later on.
I think one of the most flattering things for me was coming from Boston and not really knowing anybody in this area to be referred to as Mr. Gettysburg. I just thought that was wonderful.
He definitely is Mr. Gettysburg. I mean, he was in charge of, all the advertising, whether it was print or media or whatever, press releases. I joke when I went to visit him at his office at the train station, he'd have packs, stacks of papers, and I would, you'd look back there and he was kind of hidden in there. And
Gettysburg had been famous. It's internationally known. But there's no immediate reason to come to Gettysburg. It's always there. Why do you need to go? We tried to get people to come now. So we were involved with a lot of special events that probably we shouldn't have been because we only had a staff of 4 people. I wasn't here long and we had the 3 Mile Island crisis. And that was followed by the energy crisis when people lined up and we were trying to get people to come. And in fact, we got Jim Getty involved, and he stooped to the level of being out at a gas station with a pump in his hand, and we were advertising that Gettysburg was 1 tank away from all these places nearby.
I think that whenever you do a travel show and you see all the choices people have for where they can spend their advertising dollars, that to convincing them that Gettysburg is the place where they want to do their vacation, I think Philip was very good at that.
That's a hard question. I don't know if I can answer that. I helped put Gettysburg on the map. I mean, it was already famous, but for tourism, it needed to be put on the map a little bit. And I think I helped do that, but I had a lot of people helping me to do it. Never promise anything that you can't deliver. And try to be a good person, that's all.
Congratulations, Philip, on being named the 2026 Jim Getty Spirit of Gettysburg Award winner, and thank you for everything you've done for the destination and for Adams County.
Thank you.
Okay, so the secret's out. I'm New England frugal. Thank you. I must share this award with Peggy. She put up with my crazy travel schedule for years, volunteered at travel shows, helped pick up trash after the Travel Council Civil War reenactments, helped with Gettysburg Civil War Heritage Days for over 20 years, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Thank you. I thank all the Travel Council and Gettysburg Convention and Visitors Bureau members who supported me for over 27 years. I would like to thank Carl Peterzak for being so gracious. and he throws a good party. A big thank you to Paul Witt, the first person to offer his hand in friendship. When I was hired in 1978, I didn't know anyone in the travel industry, and we're still great friends almost 50 years later. Special thanks to Rick Beamer, a very good friend, and the best person to travel with to travel industry shows and marketplaces. We could probably write a book. I would also like to take a minute to remember my original team when we were down at the Lincoln train station. Somehow we managed to do a lot with limited resources. Vicki Foth, she worked the information desk. She helped with endless Gettysburg information mailings, attended travel shows, and helped train our summer help. And I will segue to say that 2 of our summer helpers, information clerks, are here tonight. I didn't know that, but in the old days, it was Stephanie Lauer and Peggy Scherer. Sally Herzog mostly worked the community information desk at the National Park Service in season, and then she did all the other stuff that I mentioned about with Vicki. She helped in the winter downtown at the train station. And then there was Emma Blocker. Dear Emma, her title was secretary and bookkeeper, but she was much more than that. She was the heart of the Travel Council. A lot of my success must be credited to Emma and her Adams County insights. This small crew was the first face of Gettysburg for visitors that were visiting us. They were welcoming, they were very knowledgeable, they were wonderful, and they represented the spirit of Gettysburg. They are no longer with us, but they should be remembered. Thank you to Jim Getty for all he did for Gettysburg. He was a Pennsylvania treasure, and he lives on through this award. I am truly honored. Thank you.
Do a picture.